Okay, hello and welcome back to another edition of today's cybersecurity challenge from the advent of cyber. I'm your host Maverick. That's ZeroDay. Hey Sammy. He's out for the count. If you weren't here a little earlier, I had a little bit of a mix up where I didn't plug in my mic. My sound and audio weren't going. So unlike yesterday, where I've been having just trouble after trouble after trouble, it's the early days of streaming for me. So learning as I go, much like how I'm learning cybersecurity as I go. So I went over a little bit of these topics real quick. I'm just going to go over some of the principles of malware. I urge you guys to read this and go through this because this has more information than I really kind of care to go through all the way. But obviously, malware is a malicious piece of executables that gets launched on your machine. And it's ultimately going to cause havoc. It's going to lock out your systems. It's going to go do a bunch of things that you don't want it to do. It's going to install rootkits. Very, very bad thing to come across. But there's really a lot of good things to it that you can analyze it. So malware, as it comes to a system, does leave a log. Some of them kind of cover their tracks, but for the most part, if you get malicious files, you can kind of track it back. There are two main ways to look into malware analysis, and that's static and dynamic. Static is something that happens when you're not actively engaging with the file, and then dynamic is the complete opposite, where it's happening while the malware is in execution, or any file, or any kind of source code. These are the type of things that static analysis and dynamic analysis. The way to do either one of those, or in any way, if you have a malicious anything and you want to check it, it's recommended that you use sandboxes. Now, sandboxes are not quite as heavy as a virtual machine, but they are not attached to your host machine. So there's no way that you're going to have... it's not going to hurt your machine if you run malicious detection inside a sandbox. The use of sandbox is part of the golden rule of malware analysis. Never run dangerous applications on a device you care about. This is true. To reiterate, it is imperative to understand the potential malicious code and application should only be run in a safe, isolated environment. From now on, this room will be referred to malicious code as the sample. With these fundamentals covered, let's move forward. The following will demonstrate a sample. You must apply the techniques to Hop Helper EXE. I went over this a little earlier. Check some sort of values that are used in cybersecurity to track catalog and track catalog files and executables. Strings are a piece of readable characters within an executable. Imports are a list of libraries, and resources are anything that can be used within the malicious code, such as an icon for Windows or anything along those lines. We're going to jump through because I did kind of already go through a little bit of this before, but this is going to be the executive summary. What are we going to be doing here? We're going to be launching the PeStudio. We're going to launch the executable into PeStudio and click on the indicators, the drop down menu, and we're going to look for the checksum value. So if you haven't done so already, you're going to be going through and you're going to open up your machine into another Windows tab to where you're going to be dragging the executable, in this case Hog Helper EXE, cannot be open on the device you specified. PeStudio, why can you not? Open file. Okay, so this is Hog Helper right here. Okay. Okay, first we'll launch PeStudio and load the executable in it. The shortcut has been placed on the desktop for your machine analysis, you can drag and drop the executable into the PeStudio and load it by selecting file/open file. From the taskbar, it will display some information about that executable. I don't have anything up there. What are you talking about, bro? Okay. There is nothing here that is coming up in that file. Let's go ahead and shut down PeStudio. Reopen it. And from here we go to File, Open File, and we're going to look for PeStudio, Desktop, Log Helper, Open. Let's see if, okay, well, let's open it. Go back, I go here. I want to see the machine itself. So this is all the information connected to. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so now, as you guys follow along with me, and as you guys know, I don't do this in advanced. You guys are getting this as I do it. Hence all the technical difficulties I have. For us, at this stage, the file SHA-256 property within the table is interesting. So here's the 256. This value is a checksum, which is a unique identifier for this executable. We can keep a note of this SHA-256 as threat intelligence. Now proceed to do this on your example. HogHelper.exe provided to you on the analysis machine. Answer question 1. As a reminder, HogHelper.exe sample can be found in the folder on the desktop, which is how we had to get to it. So let's go back down to question number 1, considering it looks like some of the information might be there. What is the SHA-256? So we're just going to grab this guy. I just want you. I just want you. Oh, brother. I broke it. I'm always breaking something. Huh. Yeah, I'll try and drop the file. I was just looking for the fucking open file. Hog helper. I just wanted the exe. Copy line. Let's see if that works. Almost. Wait, is that it? Yeah, no, you just want this right here. Maybe I don't. Okay, so is there more to it than just that? Why are you being a butt? I don't, copy value. Let's see if that works for me. There we go. Analysis, which within the strings, the hopper.exe, a flag will format in HTML. What is flag value? Okay, within the strings, hopper.exe. Okay, so we're actually gonna go back up now that we have that one thing that we needed, and we're gonna go through and follow the rest of the rules. Okay. Once we have executed our sample, let's return to Regshot and capture the second screenshot. Okay. Oh, I think I actually might have. Glad I didn't do that. I would have. Okay. So, gotta go back up a little bit. Okay, so from here, this is the check valve. we will proceed to the strings of the executable. So we're coming down here to the strings. Strings of the executable. Okay. He's ASCII encoding, the offsets, and all your data coming through. What are we looking for? Right. In the context of malware analysis, strings are a sequence of readable characters present in an executable. This could be, for example, IP addresses, URL commands, or even passwords. As a malicious analyst, it's great to have a look at these, as these could better reveal the attacker's command structure, infrastructure, which we can use for our defenses. Now we will proceed to review the strings on the Hog Helper exe provided to you on the analysis machines to answer question number 2. That's nice. They're walking us through the question and answers. So, this is number 2. A flag within the... There's a flag. Okay, so we gotta find the flag here real quick. So the flag is going to be somewhere here in the value or somewhere here in the offset, but it's going to be in the value most likely. Nope. It'll say nope. 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 Wata. Wa. This is just gibberish. Gibberish. I didn't know that gibberish was spelled with a G, by the way. I always thought it was spelled with a J. And I saw it spelled out. I was like, holy shit, that's actually a word. I thought gibberish itself was, in fact, gibberish. Nope. It's not. I wonder if I can find. No. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Scroll through it all, scroll through it all, scroll through it all, scroll through it all, and all and all and all. Nope. I wish there's a better filtering mechanism. There probably is, I just don't know it. Nope. 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 Oh, these are a bunch of no's. Alright, well, sit back, relax, and we'll get to it, right? Nope. It's coming somewhere. It's gonna be like the last one. Nope. 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 Yeah, so when everybody thinks I'm in cybersecurity, everybody's like, oh, you must be doing something really, really cool. It's a lot of this crap. Going through this stuff. Okay, modules. DLL, reg keys. Registry keys. Come on. Is there not a way to filter through this? That should be my next damn code. Nope. Nothing. Fucking ridiculous. There it is. THM string found. Copy value. Don't copy the line. Whew. And that's that one. And we move on. So now we come back up here. Let's see. Process monitor. We'll get to that in just a second. Thank God I don't do malware analysis, but it's always kind of cool to know how to do it. But I am not that guy. Strings output. Answer question 2. Okay, great. This concludes the static analysis portion. So this is all the information that's there. We are going to be moving into much more fun stuff. There's so much more to uncover using static analysis, but feel free to explore it if you like. Let's proceed to the dynamic analysis. So this is where things can get broken. So we come over here. This is PeStudio. We're going to close this guy down just a little bit, so we're not interacting with it, and we can put it right there. So the next 2 services we're going to be using, I believe this is Procmon, Regshot and Procmon. This is considered process monitoring. Yep. Boop. Alright, we don't need it to be super huge. Unless I just made it super huge. I did. Okay, dokie. Okay. It's good that I'm getting all these technical difficulties out when nobody's watching. These are what's going to be called the early years. It's going to be interesting to look back at this in like a year and be like, oh man, I sucked. Like a band. I don't know how anybody's out there in a band, but yeah. This section of the room provides a brief introduction to dynamic analysis. As you recall, dynamic analysis involves executing a malicious script to identify its behaviors and see how it interacts with the operating system. Regshot is a widely used utility, especially when analyzing malware on Windows. It works by creating 2 snapshots of the registry, one before the malware and one right afterwards. Malware aims to establish persistence, meaning that it seeks to run soon as the device is switched on, and typically every time it's switched on. A common technique for malware is to add a run key or a registry key into the registries, which is frequently used to specify which applications are automatically executed when the device is powered on. My dog barks in his sleep. Before executing the malicious sample, HogHelper.exe, let's create a snapshot of our registry just as it is, so we can compare the difference between the samples before and after they're executed. Okay. Alright. Let's load up Regshot and create a capture of the registry key. So first shot is going to be right here. Shot and save? Probably should have did shot and save, huh? First shot, drop down. And this will take a few minutes to complete. Now that we've taken a snapshot of the registry, we should proceed with executing the HogHelper.exe. And take another snapshot and compare the differences. So we'll go back over here, and as you can see, the registry is running, and you can see with Regshot is the first shot, second shot, and then compare. Thank God we don't have to compare, so that's always a nice thing. Because when it comes to computer languages, you're just not going to know everything. You're not going to be able to find everything, which is where AI kind of comes in and takes over, because it's able to process through so much more information without us actually have to try to miss anything. Are you done? Are you done? Showing 2 million of 3 million events. Now we've taken a snapshot. You should proceed within executing Hog Helper. Take another shot. Okay, so we're going to run it. For you to do this. So I guess we're just going to open it up once this is done. We're almost there. I think we're almost there. Okay, so that's that one. We're gonna, this is Hog Helper EXE. We're just gonna open it and run it. Let's see what happens. Hog Helper application, which means it's executable. Let's run it. Oh, everything's changing into Easter eggs. Uh-oh. Easter's coming. Uh-oh. Now let's take the second shot. Once we have executed, let's return to Regshot and capture the second snapshot using the same procedure as above. Click on second shot and let it go. As it's doing it, now after a few seconds, press compare. That appears. And when it appears, you can search the executables within the log that opened. So once the compare is done, we'll be able to look for it. Let's go back down and see if there's a question that is specifically for registry. So dynamic now. What is the registry value as Hog Helper modified for persistence? Note the full path of the key has been modified. So we are waiting for this to load. We are gonna. That's it. We're waiting for the compare to come up, so we'll know that this is done once it's loaded into its compare file. But ultimately, this is going to be the output path that we're looking for. Okay, do we got it? Nope, it's still loading. It's still running. It's still doing its thing. So we're going to come back over here. This is the process monitor, and if you don't know what process monitor is, it's a system's internals that actually has all of your information going at any given time, and it's showing that there's this many events being generated backed by virtual memory, which means there's a lot of processes running in the background. Basically, this is a process monitor. So once this is done, then we can compare. All right. Now it's doing a dynamic analysis or static analysis. I guess it would be dynamic. Dynamic analysis. And it's going to come up with a output report. Can I? Nope, not yet. We'll get to the U in a second. Oh, there it is. Keys added. Is it looking for the registry keys or the output path? Let's go back down here. I think it might be the registry keys. What registry value? Where are you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the registry key. Hold on. Climbing back down here, and I'm looking at that because it has the HTML system. So, yeah. probably going to be this guy right here. Values added. Values modified. This could be interesting. Total changes 49. Let's see what the fake string, short, long, short, long. Let's go with this one. We're gonna grab it. Go. Okay, we're gonna copy. We're gonna paste it. Let's see if that one works. Oh. Maybe this way. No, that's... I didn't even copy it. Okay, so let's try it again, shall we? Sometimes my, seriously? Okay, not that one either. I don't know if you guys heard that, but they're doing construction outside my window. Short. Nope, just long. Values modified. Maybe just this one. That doesn't look right. Two shorts. System short. Nope. Too long. That's the that's what we gotta find is the registry key that was modified. Interesting. Okay, so I'm a little stumped as to what I'm looking for. I know it's a registry key that has a long value from A to B. Maybe it's this guy right here. Maybe not. Who knows? Let's see. Let's see. Nope, it's too long. I also need something that's definitive, so that's not gonna be it. I need 2 keys added. Maybe it's one of these. I just didn't look at it right. copy. Session. No, that's not gonna be it either. I don't think I grabbed it though. Copy. Over here. Paste. Okay, well, I'm having issues here. Okay, so stick with me here. I'll figure it out. I'll find it. No. There has to be a way to filter this a little bit better. Let's try this one. Shorter than that one. Let's try one of these then. It's the URL list. That makes sense. Yeah. Fuck it. That's not right. Right now, look at that. 100% wrong. Copy. Software, Microsoft Windows Shell. Shorter than this. It has to be here. So that does make sense. Provide the full key. Run registry key, so maybe I just have to go look for that instead. Is this guy? Dude, I have never found... I think I did find that, actually. I should have just searched from the beginning. Let that be a lesson to me. Hog helper. Run hog helper. Let that be a lesson to me. Don't take your time doing things. Actually, that's not true. I'm always more interested in doing it right. Can you help find the web panel that... Yeah, we'll do that in a second. So we are done with this guy for right now. We're going to go back up here. Okay. So now we're going to go through Procmon. So now we're able to see how the registry's keys change differently, right? But now we got to do a little bit more work, right? So we are out of that, are we? Just about. All right. So now we're moving out to Procmon. Open Process Monitor, the shortcut, blah, blah, blah. It's been placed on the desktop. Process Monitor will automatically start capturing events as they go. So we are done with you for a while, and we're back now to Procmon. Registry shot, cool key, cool tool to use to have. They're fun. Now we're going to learn how to filter through Procmon. Select the hopper, exe again, and return to Process Monitor. See how it interacts with the operating system. So over here, we're going to close you. We're going to wonder if we could just do it again. Helper. Before you and me run. Do, 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 do. Live. Alright, now it's running all these new. I wonder if I could just searched it instead of ran it again. Okay. We will stop capturing the events. Press play. Allow a minute to pass. It's passing. Is there a stop? Capture. Play on the toolbar. As you can see, there's a lot of information with most recent events at the bottom. Here we can see how various system processes are interacting with our Windows registry. Nearly all of it we don't care about. Wonderful. So being that we don't care about it all, let's go through and see what we do need. Remember that the task content is demonstrating using process monitor for the demonstration. Download exe. You will need to follow along, but doing so for the Hopper exe. Let's apply some filters for this demonstration about downloader exe. Do so filter button within the drop down within the filter drop down. So what I want, architecture, downloader. Whoop, let's see. Downloader. A new window will open. Here we can create some filters to remove some of the noise that we don't care about, because we only want to look for downloader exe sample. For this, for demonstration, we can apply this. Apply the process name filter. Set the condition is. So we're gonna go. Process name is downloader, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be downloader, right? Downloader exe, yeah. So we're gonna go process name is downloader. Well, we don't have it here yet. We do. Where's downloader exe? This might take a minute. I don't know if that was supposed to be doing it. Once done, return the process monitoring window. You can always see that the filter. Let's hope that worked. Now it's much easier to investigate how the process is interacting with the operating system. Here are some operations that may be of interest to us. Reg open key, creation key, TCP connect, TCP receive. However, as you can see, there's a lot of information we can apply. We can further apply filters to look for specific things that we want to investigate, such as aforementioned operations. To do so, we filter ahead and create the filter we want to apply. For example, we can filter by operations, so let's do so by filtering by TCP operators. Was I not supposed to do downloader? Dude, wouldn't that be a hoot? Yep. Let's do this again. Hopper txt. We are done with PeStudio. Where the fuck is where I'm supposed to... Where are you, buddy? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Don't need you. Alright, so bear with me, guys. I know you guys are probably not that patient with me. So we're going to go back up here. Let's see if I can fucking do this. Okay, so we're going to run this guy again. Are you doing your thing or are you not? Your call. Let's go. Okay, so you didn't want to do your thing. We'll close you. We'll move you over. We'll go to... Yeah, let's do it. Okay, well, what do we got here? Is it loading? I don't work with Windows nearly as much as I should. I'm not a big fan of Windows, but, you know, here we are. Now, it's just loading up that fucking thing. Hopefully it's still the same. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Just want to wrap it up. I hate when I have like one question left and it's like, oh yeah, this is what's taking forever. Now I'm definitely not answering these two. I thought I was going to, but I'm like, meh. Let's go. Process name is reset. Process name is no path. This process name is downloaded, right? Set filters. Operation TCP exclude. Well, see if we could go clear filters. Architecture process name is what do we got? Explorer. What the fuck is downloader? Nope, not there. Brother, let's see. Process name is, put the name of the process we wish to see in the, and this is the process we wish to see. Let's see, it's downloader. Interesting. Let's type it back in. Add. Oh, right there. And okay. Okay. Of course nothing's coming up for me. Would I capture nothing? Architecture is process name. Alright guys, I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I have absolutely no idea why this is not working. Procmon. Apply. There you go. Should have said apply and then okay. So next thing we're going to be looking for is what? Well, what? Apparently this is telling me that's worked. Returning the Procmon, we can already see it's filtered has worked. Sure. Now it's much easier to see and investigate the process in interaction with the operating system. Here are some operators that may help us. Registry key, blah, 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 blah. So now we go back to this. A lot more information. So now we're going to go over here. We're going to filter further for operations. Right? Operation is, what is it? Operation, it contains TCP. Operation contains TCP. Oop, there you are. TCP other, TCP unknown. Let's go TCP. TCP is a protocol for those who do not know. Add, done, apply. Okay. TCP send. It's going to be TCP send. Oh my God. Is that going to be it? This is going to be the question, isn't it? Nope. Thank God. Filter out what network protocol is hop. It can't be that. Might be post. Let's just know it's protocol. TCP send. It's not TCP send. TCP is not a send protocol. Post, push, get, give. This is where I should definitely go and like look through all of the send and receive. Yeah, send and receive. I don't know where I'm losing it. Please make sure you executed. It's not a network protocol though. Didn't think so. Let's filter this up a little bit more. Include. Now we see all. TCP operations. Now we can see all operators. That's TCP. Remember, you can remove and add filters and previously by pressing filter list and adding remove. Alternatively, if you want to start over, you can simply press restart the filter and restart the headings. So, what did I miss, guys? Oh, brother. Time. Operation. Let's fucking send, dude. Send. Let's go different filter by different operations. Operation contains TCP. TCP send, TCP other, accept, copy, blah, 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 blah. There's no other way that it goes this way. Architecture operation contains TCP. And the only options we have is TCP other, connect, send, copy, other. That's the only one that makes the sense. It makes sense, man. Okay, we're going to add this. We're going to apply this. Boom. And that's it. So it's going to be send and receive. So what are you asking me, dude? Server success result length. I'm going to bet you guys, see, make sure you executed the file output. What network protocol? But that's not a network protocol. Using oh, really? Is it seriously? ICMP? No. Yeah, and that's it. I don't really know where that's looked for or located in the deal, but it makes sense that if it's going over the web or any kind of protocol here, I can't imagine that's I overlooked it. Send process. I overlooked something. I kind of just took a guess at it, but because of the fact that it was going over a TCP protocol, if it was going to TPP-S, it'd probably have a little bit more problems because S is secure. But that's it, I think, for today. Medium easy. It was good. This was not a bad one. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me and putting up with my time and all my issues. See you guys back tomorrow at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and that's a Sunday. Ultimately, normally I'm on every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 1 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Time on my hair, about time spent with you. don't need this thing on anymore. And today we're back to the Black Week. Thank you guys so much for watching that. For those of you guys who did, and for those of you guys who didn't, I don't blame you either. I'm here to say under the clouds, and I guess that's what they call it. Well, I guess that's why they call it the blues. I don't take my ring off